Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with another episode of Fishing Planet, and we are here at White Moose Lake, Canada, Alberta, Canada. Have not been here in probably close to 2 years, and I figured since things have changed considerably, it was about time that we came back and revisited this lake as well. Now, one thing has changed since the last time I played it. You now have the capacity to take a boat here or rent a boat here. There have also been some fish species that have been added, or at least one that I'm aware of, and I think that is the whitefish. Let's see here. Yeah, lake whitefish. And everything else was there the last time I was here. I found the Splake in the very last episode that I had put out. But we're going to probably be spending a little bit of time here because it is a bit of a much to travel, but we're here and we've got quite a bit of cash though once we got here, because I came in and messed around with it for a couple of days just to make sure that I was, got my memory going back on it, and I'm already up to 64,000 cash, so not too bad. So let's go ahead. Looks like an early morning. It's not that bad of a fishing time. It looks like for the most part fishing's pretty good all the way up to about maybe 3 p.m. and then it kind of slacks off. So we're going to go ahead and get to a new private room, and I'll go ahead and show you what I've got with me here. Now this one here, unfortunately I should have brought a bigger rod. I did try to use it. I might try to use it later on for something else, but it just does not have the strength to handle the fish here. So that was my mistake. I was thinking that it could handle it. Unfortunately, no. I mean, it just could not bring these fish in. But the other one I have is a Phoenix 14 foot by 10 inch, and it is a float fishing rod. I've got it set up with crawfish cut #1 hook. I was after Burbot earlier, so we'll show you those sometime in a later episode. We have my Brutus 9 foot by 10 inch. I've got shiners on that, and we'll show that again on a later episode. I got my Rivertex Sow Monster 8 foot by 2 inch, I think is what it is, and a Redfish 5500 reel and fluoro .018 inch line. Now the spoons and stuff doesn't really matter. I'm going to be probably switching those around, but this is a heavy duty rod. I brought that on purpose just so that I can catch some of these big fish. And then I've got a bottom fishing rod, which I might test out later, see how it works. I don't know if the rod pod will work here or not. I don't think it will, but I'm going to have to purchase one soon anyway. So anyway, that's where we are, guys. We're going to go ahead and get to the map. Start off in a private room. I don't think we're going to take a boat out this time. We're just going to stick with the dock for now. And we're going to start with this part of the dock. Now you can walk all the way down here and fish down there as well. And I'll tell you, there's some good spots for brown trout and pike right over here. But we're going to focus over on here for this particular episode. Now, what we're going to be focusing on is primarily the big cash moneymaker of all the fish in this particular fishery, and that is the lake trout. Now, the lake trout seems like they bite no matter what time of day it is, when it is. It really doesn't matter. They bite maybe a little bit more during the peaks, but for the most part, if you want to start bringing in the cash, those are the ones you need to focus on. After them, I would probably say the Atlantic salmon, but the Atlantic salmon are a little bit more difficult to get, except during the peaks. And I have more luck getting them with the float rod, honestly. But as I said, now we're going to focus on the lake trout. And there's a number of places you can catch them. I find I can catch them pretty much anywhere over here in this deep area. And if you look at the map here, there is a very deep area right here, and that's where they seem to be congregating the most. But I also get them right up front right over here as well. I usually, if I cast over here towards these campfires, usually do pretty good with getting them. Occasionally you'll get them over at this campfire, but honestly over in that area I can get splake quite a bit too. So let's go ahead and get started here and see how we can do. Alright, now I'm going to go back to my cell monster here, and I'm going to probably use my favorite lure for this particular setting, and that's the medium spoon 1.5 ounce. 2 ounce works really well as well, and actually any of these medium spoons work very well. This one, the reason I like to use it is because primarily this is a heavy duty rod and it needs to have a heavy duty lure. That's what it boils. I mean, when plain simple, that's what it requires. So we use what the rod has. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out this way and throw it right out towards that hole. Now if you notice, I've got it to the lowest setting on the speed, and I've also got it about halfway. We'll test that. We might be able to increase it a little bit, but if you get hooked into a trophy, it's going to test this, honest to God. But I always let this go all the way down, and we're going to use a lift and drop presentation. Now the stop and go works very well as well, but the lift and drop, the reason I thought we'd touch on that is because, as I've said in the past, it has changed quite a bit, and really the best way to do it is to lift it up and then reel in fast and just keep on going like this. Usually I can get at least 2 dots like that, but they keep changing that, so it gets a little bit tricky sometimes. And every now and then it will change to twitching. Sometimes if it does that, I'll just let it go ahead and go to the bottom again. It seems to start going back to lift and drop again, as you can see. There we go. Usually doesn't take too long. And it's probably a lake trout, judging from how hard it's fighting. Oh yeah, this is a nice one. Might even be a trophy. Good Lord. He is a fighter. This is no Mickey Mouse rod here, guys. It's the truth. This is no Mickey Mouse rod here. Alright, there we go. I think we got him now. Yep, we got him. No, he's just a fairly good sized lake trout. 526 cash. That's for your average lake trout, and there are trophies and uniques in here, and that will definitely test the strength of your gear, guys. Let's try this again. Right over here. Right over here. Now I'll fast forward while it's going down to the bottom. It does take a little while. It's deep. Alright guys, I have been trying over here. I don't know if it's the time or what. They just not have been biting off of this very well. We're going to try over here this time. Normally they bite just as well over there on the other side, but it could be the fact that we haven't quite reached the peak yet. So I'm going to try over here, see how well they do on this side for a little bit. It seems almost to me like it's just about as deep everywhere, but it's still taking a while to get down there. But if they don't go for this, we're going to switch our lures here, because they also really like to go for crankbaits, and maybe since it's early morning, it's hard to say. There we go. Jeez. Took a while to get somebody to go for the lure. I don't know, I think it's the timing, to be honest. Might be the timing. I'm going to switch this over to a crankbait, see how they might go for that. These lighter crankbaits or these bright crankbaits might do very well in this cloudy weather. I'm going to cast it over here because last time I was getting them pretty good over here off the 8 foot and 30 foot. I had a 12 foot, but unfortunately I'd only brought one and I lost it. Snagged the son of a gun, and that time the snag didn't release. But usually with this I just do a slow retrieve. I mean, you might want to pause a little bit. I don't know if that really helps much, but yeah, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and switch the time because it just seems kind of slow right now. The last time I was here, when it was cloudy like this, it didn't pick up until much later. I had a hard time catching anything up until the peak time. Let's see here. Peak time is, well, let's take it to 11 o'clock. It's only a few hours. We'll go back to our medium spoon. Well, let's see if that changes things a little bit. But I'm going to start over here this time. Now, at this time, we might get an Atlantic salmon as well, so that is always a possibility. But the snags here have been kind of crazy today. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like I'm getting more snags than I am anything else. At one point, it was just floating down and went, okay, you're snagged. There we go. See? That is a little ridiculous. Can't be that damn many snags out there. Just today, I mean, I fished yesterday. Didn't get nearly as many. There we go. As I told you, picks up during the peak times. If you can quit getting those stupid snags. I think we got us another lake trout. Yep, another good size one. Let's try over here. See if they're gonna be plenty of snags over there too. Ugh. Yeah, if it seems a little bit on the slow side, I usually go to burbot fishing and pike fishing and then hit the lake trout. But usually I still was getting more than I was getting this time. I was just getting a lot of snags. There we go. That time they went for the stop and go. Occasionally I like to switch it up just so that things seem a little slow one way. They'll try another way. There we go. No, it's a splake. And like I said, they're usually over there. That, my friends, is a splake. Just recently I caught a unique one. Of course, since I'm recording, I'm pretty sure I won't catch a unique one now. Let's go back over here. Try our luck on this side again. Let's try the stop and go, because it worked pretty well over there. Usually with the stop and go, I let it drop a little bit, but not all the way to the bottom. Ooh, damn. He didn't get a good latch onto it, did he? That time he did. Well, I guess they want the stop and go. Anyway, guys, like I said, you got to try different presentations. Sometimes the presentations work better on certain times than others. And as to why, who knows? They're fish. There you go, another lake trout. I would like to be able to get one off of one of these crankbaits as well, but before I do that, I'm going to see if I can't get one more on this side. The good thing about the stop and go, doing it this way, you don't get the snags, so there is a benefit. Alright, let's try a different lure here, guys. There's a number of good spinners that work really well. The bullet spinners are exceptional. The last time I used the Grizzly Claw bullet spinner and did pretty good, actually. They went for it real well, honestly. So we could try it again. The Grizzly Claw was from the historic, or the 4th of July event. It was left over from that. Now I'm going to start with a lift and drop, see if that works first. If no, we'll switch it off. There we go. There's an Atlantic Salmon. And he's right off the dock. I don't know what the deal was. So that got me something a little different. That's pretty cool. Yeah, those are kind of surprises, honestly. We're going to try also a crankbait here, just to mix things up a little bit. My favorite is actually the 12-foot. Unfortunately, I don't have one with me, so we're going to try the 8-foot. It's not bad. It doesn't work too bad, but still like the 12-foot a little bit better. Either the green or the blue seem very effective. It seems like the crankbaits do really a hell of a lot better on the right side of this dock as opposed to over on the left side. There we go. Alright, took a little bit of trial and error in the different locations, but it seems like they were catching them over towards the left this time. Of course. Here we go. Another lake trout. Yeah, lots of these guys got all over the place. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will be back with another episode of Fishing Planet. Hopefully next time we might get us a few trophies and possibly a unique, but we'll see what happens. Anyway guys, until next time, always remember, aim straight, cast far, and have fun, and I will see you later. Bye bye.